All right, well, welcome back to the
this
Toddcast.
blue Nerf ball.
The blue Nerf ball?
I'm just talking to the blue Nerf ball and making periodically eye contact with you, not to be rude.
Yeah, so
We're
speaking
doing this
of,
together.
how is it easier to make eye contact with your new... So for those who are
I like this
listening,
better.
Todd's got a neck pillow on, like a traveling neck pillow.
I like the neck pillow. I like sitting more upright because before they
You
had
look
me-
like you were in a car accident.
It's okay, but before I was laying flat and my stomach was like protruding more than it normally does, and I guess the idea was to have a camera on the ceiling.
Still
and
there, by the
even though you're over there, I'm supposed to I'm talking up at the ceiling, like I'm having some kind of dream sequence, or like you could have a therapy session by making eye contact with the. I've been to real therapy before, and basically they nodded and pretended to care what I was saying.
How's that make you feel?
And they're looking at the clock, waiting for the hour to be up, and then they prescribed me some kind of medication that made me feel really weird and gave me a dry mouth and gave me weird dreams. So that didn't really help.
And then send you a bill.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do that very long. I was having like anxiety attacks many years ago. I was sweating all the time, and I was driving to work and like feeling like I had to turn back, and I was getting pale and hot. And I talked to the therapist, and she'd say things like you can get from some kind of what are those astrological things? Like
A horoscope?
Yeah, it was like very generic things you'd see like on a Dixie cup or a horoscope, or you can get in a fortune.
Snapple fact.
Yeah, or a Bazooka Joe or a fortune cookie. And it's like, you shouldn't be as nervous as you are. So how about thinking that everything will work out, everything will be okay? Take deep breaths. All things that I don't. That's not,
That didn't work for
You're
you?
paying good money for this, and you keep looking at your watch. I don't feel like you. I'm just on the assembly line. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Here, try 40 milligrams of this and 20 milligrams of that, and let's see how that works. Like that's not help.
Did you try bringing a gun?
I didn't bring a gun, but did she they wanted me they gave me like little homework assignments with journals and writing down your feelings, and it was like when I was in the hospital when I was sick years ago, and like there was something on the board like an erase board, with a smiley face or a sad face or tears or an angry face. What's your rate your degree of pain from 1 to 10?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't.
That's always a tough one, right? Because it's like, what is a 10? Is a 10 like you're dying?
I've been in such horrible pain that it was way off. It couldn't be. It couldn't be ranked in a number line of 1 to 10.
It has to be.
There was no animated smiley.
I'll give you a 9.
There was no emoji that represented. I had IVs in both arms, and I was getting ready to have like part of my intestine reattached. So there's nothing on that number line that accurately reflects how I'm feeling. So
Okay, so what
take
about
that off? Get that off the wall. Get that out of my room. And I'm not allowed to eat for like several weeks because of the issues I had. And then they put me in a room with someone that's eating like a chicken parm. Like this kid just had had a sprained ankle or whatever, and he's right in front of me, and I'm starting to get my appetite back, and I'm starting to feel better, but I'm not allowed to eat or drink anything, not even water. And they put me in a room. How insensitive is that? With the guy's parents, hey, we brought you your favorite, your linguine and white clams or whatever. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? That I'm in this room, and they didn't even pull the curtain. At least for
You got
some
to
privacy,
watch him.
right? So I'm watching him eat.
You do like to watch.
Right, and I have to urinate, so you have the little urinal. So now I'm like, hey, I'm waving to.
What do you do? Just like flop over the side of the bed and piss?
There was no privacy. I'm just peeing into this container because I can't get up, and I'm tied to these poles with the IVs. So this family can watch me pee, and I'm watching their kid fucking eat like pizza, and I'm just laying there.
So
that was bullshit.
You're saying your pain was off of the 0 to 10 pain scale?
Yeah, I don't know if 1 was the worst or 10 was whatever it was. It was like I don't know if like 0 was like shoot me now, I can't live anymore, I can't deal with this, or maybe that was like the 10. Whatever it was, it was just sad face and smiley face. I think it was getting progressively happier. Like 10, like you'd want to be like 8, 9, 10.
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't like that.
I think
it went from smile to I don't.
0's good, 10 is bad. So what would you tell like a soldier who got his leg blown off in Iraq, Todd? Does he fit on the pain chart?
Not. I'd be like 56 or something like that. But I didn't appreciate that. I think that not that they were minimizing the pain, and then they have people training. So now I'm dealing with like these students, and that's like a learning hospital. So they're watching. They're my
quack doctor.
Yeah, my pecker's out and the robe and my ass cheeks sticking out and and they're all just here they are just. Ugh, that was terrible. Ugh. And the bedpan situation where you have to,
which for you is probably
which is convenient, but
not for the nurse who has to change it.
No, and you can't really clean yourself up because you're attached to stuff, so you're relying.
Like, would you have cleaned yourself up if you had? Or when it's
I'd rather take care of my own business when it comes to that. If it was up to me, I would have rather just rolled myself over with the pole into the toilet and figured out how to clean myself up. But because the nurses, I don't know if it was unprofessional. and it's not a great part of their job, but you have to
Cleaning up
right, but
your
you have to
shit.
hide it at least. You can't. I can't hear you. I think I've mentioned this in a previous.
Oh.
I hear them in the hall. I could hear them. He did it again. I got to clean it. No, it's your turn to wipe his ass. Well, I could hear you. Like that's not.
That seems fair for someone who just cleaned up your shit to be able to at least talk.
I
about
think
it.
in any job you have to pretend, then quit.
You got to fake it.
Quit or pretend you like
Fake it till you make it.
Right. If I go up to Burger King and I'm like a Whopper, fries, and a Coke, and the person's like, I fucking hate this job. What did you say? No lettuce?
Yeah, but if you walked up to the counter at Burger King and took a shit on the counter and then
that's
they were
different.
complaining about
But
it.
in general, any job, if you don't complain to the publicly or in front of the customer about your job. If I'm going to some getting my
fair.
laptop fixed and he's like, sick, this is the fucking 38th laptop I fixed. I hate.
Yeah, but would you blame him?
No, but you can quit or you can, but don't take it out on me. I didn't I'm not making you work here. This is the job that you were able to get or you agreed to.
Very, very capitalist of you, Todd.
All I'm saying is I shouldn't have to feel guilty or bad. If there are a lot of jobs that kind of stink, and someone has to do them. And we're very fortunate with what we do for a living, and we work
I know
hard.
we're sitting here in a room talking with a neck pillow on.
I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Actually, speaking of ailments, Todd,
I'm commando today, by the way.
You know undies?
Commando. I won't wear light colors, commando. As good as dude wipes are, I don't have the guts to wear I won't wear like white or light gray.
Oh, you're worried more about you shitting your pants than people seeing your dick.
Yes, it's not even shitting your pants. It's the
skid mark.
Yeah,
actually, Todd, you know what's funny? I sharted myself over break.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was in Ocean City.
Where were you?
No, in the hotel bed. Coincidentally,
You thought you had a wet fart, and you just
thought I had a wet fart. I took a risky fart.
But you're in your hotel room.
Yes.
So how far could the restroom have been if you weren't absolutely
sure? It was
sure?
close, but we'd just gotten an alert. There was a tornado warning, so it said seek shelter immediately.
You could seek shelter on the toilet too.
But I tried to play it off like I didn't shart myself because I was lying in bed next to my fiance. So I rolled off like a penguin and then went to the bathroom and then.
And you didn't get there in time, or you?
No, I did, but I just she was.
And what kind of?
She was like, that was a weird.
What were you wearing? Robe, pants? What did you have?
No, just boxers.
Just boxers.
Threw them in the garbage.
And what color were the boxers?
Gray.
Like a light gray or a charcoal gray?
You could definitely see through. I wasn't going to put them back on.
So you just threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, and then
leaving it for the cleaning.
And then I had to
person.
sit through a tornado.
Okay, before you sing through a tornado, a cleaning person at some point had to get.
They're in the garbage. They're not fishing it out of the garbage.
No, but they're collecting the garbage. Someone has to throw out the garbage, and I don't know how many other things were in there. That and an empty Sprite bottle, or what could have been there. Those don't hold very much. The average hotel garbage pan.
No, they don't.
So it would be very easy to see a shit stained underwear.
You could definitely see them. Yeah,
that's uncomfortable.
If we had a tornado warning
did your
right now,
did she realize what you did? Was she aware of this?
She asked. She was like, "What the hell was that?" Because I literally tried to barrel roll off
what
the bed because I didn't want to get shit ass.
I understand, but did you admit what happened? Or
I did.
Did you try to hide the underwear?
I
in the
did.
Garbage
She said you didn't have to tell me that, and I favor.
Did she appreciate that you're that close that you told her that? Or
she actually, what she said was, she was like, "You threw them out, right?" And I was like, "I did like these underwear."
Yeah,
Todd, they're the ones that have the pouch for your.
Oh,
balls.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, because Jen she thinks I overshare, much like this podcast that we're doing. There's things I tell her and I'm trying to tell her you should feel not blessed, but that's how close we are. We're like best friends. I can tell you anything, and she doesn't want us to be that close.
Well,
she doesn't want me to feel that close to her because I tell her things. It's like
is
I didn't.
Is Jen jealous?
Jealous of our closeness?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds a little.
It's possible. I could tell you.
I would tell Jen green is not a good color on her.
It's not. The green-eyed monster. I'll say things to Jen, and as I'm saying it, I'm like, she probably doesn't need to know this, or this is going to make her uncomfortable, but I don't care. It's my way of showing love that I can tell you anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you may not love it, but you should appreciate that I'm like a total open book of telling you anything that comes to mind, even if it and it shouldn't hurt your feelings or anything, or we'll be like, oh, that was too TMI. I think we've been married almost 27 years. There should be no is there a TMI in a relationship? We were dating a few years, and we're going to be 27 years married in October. So there's such a thing as
congrats,
TMI.
by the way.
Thank you. But my point is that I think we've gotten to a point where we should be able to say anything at all to each other. I would hope.
Yeah,
maybe not, but not to her. She doesn't. She's like no.
Maybe,
especially when it comes to things of
toilet
that sort.
stuff.
Yeah, she just doesn't. And especially if we're in the middle of a meal at the restaurant, that's probably not the best timing
to talk about.
Yeah, I got to
diarrhea.
pick my spots. I mean, maybe she's okay with me talking about it once in a while, but not while the entrees are being served. So that's fair.
Just during appetizers.
Right, appetizers. If mozzarella sticks, who cares? Or a salad or soup.
Yeah, bowl of chowder.
Calamari. We can get past that. But but if they're bringing out the salmon or the steak or whatever, or some kind of pasta dish,
or like a bowl of chili.
and I'm like, did I tell you about this massive shit I took at the airport and it splashed all over the back wall? And I'm like, and I didn't want to be late for my flight, but I felt
have you
like
painted the back wall before?
There was a couple of what do they call them? Hershey squirts? What the little kids used to call
That is yeah.
They don't call that. Not a
The
56-year-old man doesn't call
runs,
it.
the runs.
Yeah, but I got to the toilet just in time, but I don't know. Maybe I have two assholes because most of it went in the bowl, but some of it went like up behind me
Sideways.
and I'm like, oh my God. This was at the airport. And I'm like, I still had about a good half hour before boarding was going to start. But I'm like, I had to use like
a grown-up blowout.
I used like a whole roll of toilet paper and then some of the little paper that you line the bowl with.
Oh
You don't
yeah.
have to put your bare ass
Have you
on
ever had
so
to wipe with that? Have you
Yes,
ever
I have.
when they're out of toilet paper?
Yes.
They only have the
And I
seat
didn't
rings.
yeah, 'cause I didn't realize.
And it's made out of like plastic, so you're just kind of smearing
terrible.
it.
It's terrible. But sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah,
If you have to go really bad and all the stalls are closed.
I think you're better in tight spots than you give yourself credit for.
I'm
That's
telling you,
my first compliment.
You know my situation. When you have to go, you have to go. And when all the stalls are closed, and finally someone decided to stop checking their email or writing their fucking memoir in the bathroom,
You're doing
because
coke.
their flight may not leave for 2 hours. Mine's boarding in 20 minutes. So even if it's like a handicap spot, I've taken those sometimes.
Yeah,
too.
I
With Crohn's, I feel like I can wink at that. But I always feel terrible. Like, what if within minutes of me sitting in that, someone with a wheelchair,
if you go to a bathroom and there's like
What if that's
one
the only
big
toilet
handicap
available?
stall, or it's just that one and then one little one, I'm taking the big one.
What
on
if
the
there's an
off
open
chance
one?
that no, I don't care.
even if there's another open one, you'll take because it's like more
Yeah, I'll
luxury.
take the big. Yeah, it's bigger, it's nice, but
And you could
if
bring
I see someone wheel in,
right.
I'll get up and
speed up.
say, "Sorry,
What if you're
I
already
just
in the middle?
fucked this thing up, but you can have it."
But you start wiping fast or whatever. If you could see like the wheels or something under.
There's actually a curb. This is in a curb episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's a good thing they have that paper that lines the seat because you're right. Sometimes you have to go and you don't have time to think about check
And
to see if
someone
there's
already
toilet paper.
committed fucking war crimes in there before you got in.
You do a quick wipe of the thing and
I'll usually put toilet paper on this.
I do like to look to see if there's toilet paper. But if you have to go so bad and finally one of the stalls is open,
paint the wall.
You can't. I can't start looking under the thing to see how much paper's left. And then sometimes there's just a little bit left, so you got to be really, really conservative with the wiping.
And then your finger pokes through.
Yeah, and sometimes you're like, can I use both sides of this?
Dan's gonna hate this.
I know. We should move on. Nobody cares about your bowel issues.
You shit
Yeah, we definitely have to move on.
Okay.
I apologize.
All right,
Dan.
Todd, we'll move
Dan
on.
listens to every word of this. He doesn't just skim it. He doesn't chat GPT. And
I thought he intentionally was avoiding.
I think he doesn't get the cliff notes or the monarch notes or ask someone to summarize it. I don't think he does. Maybe we've hired so many people. We think there's someone in the back that their job is.
Like a
I'm not sure everybody's
stenographer?
roles. Yeah, that just kind of writes down every word of what we're saying and then gives it to Dan. And then
That'd be a
Dan
fucking.
pretends he's
They
listening.
better get paid $10 million.
Yeah, especially when we go sometimes we go 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, we got a lot of important stuff to say.
Yeah,
we
but
just,
the
we just
bathroom-
did 15 minutes on diarrhea.
Yeah, that's not good. The bathroom humor. He's made it very clear. Talk about.
I
other
would
things.
contend I like the bathroom humor. It's also very relatable.
It's relatable. It's kind of funny, and
It's
I
very
think we've
funny.
all been in those situations.
A fart is still the funniest joke.
Yes, and as uncomfortable as it is, it's again, like you said, it's very relatable. We've
Yeah,
all been in a
sometimes
situation
adults
where
shit their pants.
right. Well, you think it was just a fart, and you roll the dice, and you're like, that was more than I bargained for, and I don't have a change of pants, and I'm about to get on this plane, or I have a meeting or a presentation, and it's a good thing I'm not commando wearing light gray pants. That's all you can think of.
How often do you go commando?
More than you would think. More than
Is it
you want
Is
to
it
know.
purely color of the pants dependent?
It depends on when the laundry was done and what I have left to work with. But I've got
Yeah.
plenty of dark sweatpants, and I'm not shy to. I know you're not. We don't have to get. Thankfully, in this job, get all dressed up in jackets and suits and stuff like you do for this, which is very professional
Thank
in
you.
the therapist position. But Dan's very cool with that, with wearing sports hats and jerseys and sweats, t-shirts.
Well, wouldn't it
which
look
is nice.
weird? Imagine if
And I
one
prefer
day,
dark colors because a lot of times underwear is very bunchy and it makes me. I'm picking at myself and
yeah, what do you know what brand of underwear you use? I mean, obviously
it's
you probably
usually
have a
Hanes.
mix.
But I've gotten briefs and the boxers and I don't know if it's you reach a certain age and gravity sets in. But every time I'm not comfortable sitting in the car. I'm always sitting on my balls. I'm always picking. When I'm walking, the inner thighs are rubbing a little bit, and that's a weight problem more than
Yeah, I get that too.
and then sometimes I'll need Desitin or I'll get some kind of rash situation, and those are definitely not the days where the wife wants to get anywhere near that area.
When you hit her with the eye.
Yeah, I'm putting it's like I'm baking a cake down there. I got
the gold bond.
powder and I got creams and ointments, and on the rare occasion where she initiates and she's in the mood, I'm like I can't.
I can't. I'm all fucked
I got
up down
I got Desitin all over me here, and again, it's very hard to wash off your fingers too.
It is.
Especially when you get the advanced formula, like the extra strength Desitin.
Yeah, that's for.
I'll go for
dire
a half-hour walk around the neighborhood, and you would think that I got the measles between my legs. It's like you get this, like some kind of braille, like I can read all about my walk, like with the braille.
It says you're gonna sit on your balls.
It's very, it's quite a gross picture but it goes away pretty fast. But yeah, I'm getting the rubbing and the ball picking.
Well,
And is this better than talking about diarrhea?
we
of
went
alcohol?
from ass to balls.
How did we get here? I wasn't planning on talking about any of these things. I don't know what we were going to talk about. I know you have some questions for me, which we'll get to at some point from the
Well,
fans.
I have two things. First of all, how much Gold Bond, how much powder do you go through in a year? Obviously, summertime.
Not as much because I read something that
Oh yeah, there's like aluminum and shit in it. Or
no,
something else.
there's some
Talc is bad.
There's something with powder that can cause like testicular cancer or something.
Todd, I mean,
I know.
let's be
I
honest.
believe in some of this.
Ball wise, you're on the back nine. Do you really care?
I guess I shouldn't, but I do remember there being a report about. Just like remember there was stories about like you can't put your phone. Like I put everything on speakerphone now, even if it's rude or I don't want people to hear what the other person is saying because there was remember there was the thing about like you can't put your phone by your ear, you'll get like brain cancer or something.
Yeah, except it's sitting next to your balls all day in your pocket.
Yeah, but
You didn't think about that, did you?
Either that's not true or it is true, and the medical.
Well, we're all gonna die.
Or the medical community was bought out by the phone company saying you can't talk about that anymore. We know how
be.
dangerous it is, and you
Look
can't
at
put
you,
the phone
Todd.
by your ear.
Putting your tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, I try to keep my phone as far away from me as possible, and I always feel anytime I forget and I put the phone up by my ear, I think about those reports that I'm getting some kind of waves into my cranium and skull.
Most likely are.
Yeah, and not to keep it in my pocket too long.
Balls,
You know,
yeah.
people keep their phones in their pocket, and like what, especially going commando. I don't even have the underwear to block the radiation or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I don't know what the tower and all the electrodes or whatever. But I worry about a lot of things, and that's one of many things. My eye is bloody.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you.
some kind of capillary burst or something.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you, you currently have a new ailment, which is, I believe you popped a blood vessel in your eye?
Yes, I
over
was in
break?
LA visiting my son, and then I was
Laying
talking to my
lumber.
nephew on the phone, and I went into the bathroom, and I just looked in the mirror. This was this past Friday afternoon, so it's already day 4 that we're talking about this, and it said it could take a few weeks. So if this doesn't get better, like in the next week, I'm going to start panicking and going to an ophthalmologist.
It already looks better, Todd.
Does it look a little better?
Also, do you hate your nephew? Why did you blow a blood vessel after talking?
No, we were just chatting nicely about a new job he's got, like in Kansas. So he's going to be working with like a basketball league or something like that, Kansas City, Kansas. That's where the opportunity was, and he's going to be working with this basketball league that I think William Morris Endeavor's involved with this league. So it's a pretty cool opportunity, and they think they take care of his housing and food and everything like
Wait, did you
that,
say
and
Denver?
travel. I said Kansas City, Kansas.
No, you said William Morris and...
In William Morris Endeavor. That's the name of
Endeavor.
They merged or something like that. The agency.
Yeah.
I think they used to be William Morris and Endeavor. Maybe it used to be two separate things, but now it's William Morris Endeavor is all one. One bought the other one out or something.
One conglomerate.
Yeah. So that's good. So we were talking and everything, and then we were wrapping up the conversation. Then I went into the bathroom for no other reason. Maybe I had to pee or whatever. And I look in the mirror, and my left eye is like one side of my left eye is all red, and I start Googling that like I popped some kind of blood vessel or something like that. But it's not clear how it happens. It could be a hard sneeze or cough or
Hard
strain.
sneeze will do it.
Yeah, or stress or strain. I don't. It gave me a list of things that I don't know how it happened, but it freaked me out.
I did tell you to
and
stop
they say you can't put
Googling.
drops or anything.
I told you not to Google.
Yeah, I know.
You don't listen, though.
I still because I do that because I feel like I need an answer, and I was.
But do you ever get an answer?
You don't know because whatever you type in, it'll
Say the worst possible
right.
thing. Like you're having an aneurysm.
Right. I could type in it's okay to have a bloody eye, right? And it'll be like, yes, it's not serious at all. It'll go away in a week or two. And I'm like, what can happen with a bloody eye? And if you ask it, you just change a few words around and ask it a different way.
Like, oh, you're dying.
Almost teasing, almost like leading the prosecution kind of thing. It's like a bloody eye is dangerous, right? If I type that, it'll be like, yes, if you have a bloody eye and you weren't hit in the eye and you can't explain why all of a sudden your eye is bloody, you should consult a doctor, and it could cause eye damage or losing your eyesight. But depending on a couple of words here or there, you could either get the most calming thing. It's like everyone gets a bloody eye.
You're
it's not a
fine.
big deal, and within a week or two, it just corrects itself.
Yeah,
and
worry
you're
about
fine.
melting your balls with your phone.
That's what I should do.
Well, is your vision hasn't changed, right?
No, but it also said something like, "Be concerned if it's like on your eyeball or it's not." And I
That's
look-
always where.
No, I looked really close. Like no, it's like on the white of my.
Oh yeah,
eye.
the white. Yeah.
But a little of it looks like it's getting close to like the outer rim of my actual eyeball. So like I'm just staring for like a half hour at myself in the mirror, going,
I
like,
think it's
"Is
just
it on
your
my eyeball? Is it
cornea.
near it?" And then I call my wife in, and I just get very neurotic and upset and nervous about every fucking thing, and I blame my mom for that because she used to take me for a throat culture every time I had a sore throat to see if I had strep.
All right, well, Todd, you know what? We'll change the subject because I don't think you need to worry about it ever.
And I'm not
I've
allowed.
had the popped blood.
I don't think I'm allowed to have any stress. Can you live life without any stress? It's impossible, right?
No, I don't. I don't think you can. I think you can manage.
I was told when I was 15 and I was diagnosed with Crohn's, like I'll never be able to have pizza again, and I can't have any stress. I have to get like a lobotomy or something, or be on medication that will just keep me in some kind of just state of like zombie because I can't experience any kind of negative or aggravating emotion.
Well,
I should
clearly
find a job
you
where
blew
you
right
just,
through that, though. I mean,
Yeah.
so I think you're good at this point. If
I,
the
I,
stress-
eat, I eat plenty of pizza and I have plenty of stress, but it also said it listed the things about like stress or blood pressure. So like, do I have to keep checking my blood pressure? My blood pressure is a little high, but I take something for it. Like, did that cause my eyeball to like get bloody? Because it said coughing, sneezing, straining, lifting, and I don't lift heavy weights or anything like that. Which is another
don't
question.
be modest.
Which is the other thing. I like to go to the gym a couple days a week, and it's one of the things that lists of things not to do.
Do you take blood thinners?
No. I take other things, but not that. But one thing was listed about you should avoid like lifting weights until it heals, like because it could put pressure on your eye or like your.
That's a good excuse.
But I'd like to be able to go a couple days a week, and I don't know how long this is going to take for this to completely go away. So. And I'm wondering, am I going to make it worse or stall the healing process if I go to the gym for a little while and
Todd,
lift a few weights?
I've been told that it can be caused by strained bowel movements, not to.
Which
bring it
I know,
back.
but that's not me because it almost always comes out very the other
You're
way.
very not.
Yeah, because I get upset stomachs, and with Crohn's and everything, it's usually more. I feel like I'm talking to my gastroenterologist. So I have an appointment in mid-September to see.
Bend over.
Yeah, I don't really have to strain.
No,
Yeah,
just falls out.
Yeah, I wish it would fall out. It's more like it pours out. But again, we're diverting
Yeah,
back
we're
to
back. Yeah, no. All right, Todd. No
That's
more.
it.
No more shit talk.
Maybe
for
ever
today.
yet.
No, just for today.
Okay.
No more shit talk.
What else is on your mind? What else you got?
We were talking about what's his name? Jed York, the 49ers owner.
Yeah,
got caught.
so you're a billionaire that owns an NFL team, and I guess recently divorced or filed for divorce in May, and you thought your best prospect being that you have all this money and you're a owner of a high-profile team, that you would go to somewhere in Ohio to a trailer park with $140 to see what kind of female you can get there. So that makes, how much sense does that make?
I mean, look.
And you chose that to like that because no one will find out. If I go, who's gonna know if I go to some sleazy little trailer park and they'll never find out, as opposed to going to like a more popular.
Probably didn't think he was going to get caught, if I had to be honest. But he
has billions of dollars. That's the best he can offer is $140 in a trailer park.
Look, Todd, I like
Are there hot
caviar.
women
I
in
like
trailer
caviar,
parks?
but I also like Taco Bell.
Okay, that's fair, but if you're going to pay for sex, which you would think if you're a billionaire, there would be enough women that would line up to do things with you. That's not being sexist. That's true. If you go to any sporting event, there's a bunch of women that are dressed and like hopefully they're going to meet a player.
I'll fuck him for $1 billion.
Right. But how many times have you been to a sporting event? And there's that group that's kind of
the
they're
wags.
like they're either waiting in the lobby of the team hotel, or they're like, maybe I can hook up with one of these players and then maybe they can get me pregnant by accident and then I can get all kinds of millions of dollars or whatever their game plan is, or just take a quick selfie with them to show off to their friends. Look, the forward of the Pistons is hanging out with me. Or whatever is their motivation. I don't know what it is.
Well, you actually had a very progressive take on the whole thing, Todd. You're very pro sex worker. And
I am.
that it should be there.
Yeah, we
right
talked about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
legality.
I don't know if it was the right time to talk about during the live show, and we're supposed to be paying attention to Dan.
That's why we're doing it here.
And I'm typing you IMs or whispering to you about that whole thing.
Yeah, the legality.
Why,
of prostitution in
why
Ohio.
should it be illegal? As long as the person's 18 or older, what's illegal about it?
It's puritanical bullshit. Todd.
Why do you think? Who decided? Like, what is illegal about it if it's an exchange of goods and services?
I think it's viewed as maybe hedonistic, counterproductive thing.
Yeah, but no one's making anybody do anything.
Well,
if someone approaches a woman that's dressed in a certain way, or she's made it very clear that she's walking the streets, or like for the right price, here's the menu. Of
yeah,
what we
they
get.
might not always get there in the most ceremonious of ways, but the general principle is
right. But if you're a call girl or a prostitute, or it's clear that that's what you do for a living, like. I don't understand why a cop car would, I know you don't want that on your street corner. Maybe there's you got to nuance it. There's different levels of it, but it's basically I'm going to give you this much money and you're going to do this for me or to me in return, and you're more than happy to do that.
it's
for
a
that
transaction.
Price. So like any other transaction, like I'm gonna give you $3.99 and I'm gonna go home with a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
It's maybe not quite that simple, but that's what it is to me. It's like, buy one get one free. Whatever. I don't. Maybe there's coupons.
BOGO.
Right. If if you touch me there, then if I have the coupon, then maybe for next time I get $10 off. For something else that we can do. That may be uncomfortable.
Are you a big coupon guy?
I'm not, but sometimes a sale item will catch my eye.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't really like that brand of cookie or pretzel or whatever, but it says buy the party size for one, and then the second one's
3
like
bags of Utz.
Yeah. It's not like I'm going to buy, I don't have a dog. It's not like, wow, that's a pretty good deal for Alpo. I think I'm going to go get that Purina cat chow,
You
even
should
though I
get
don't
a
have
dog,
a pet,
Todd.
because it's a great deal.
You should get a dog. You and Jen, I feel like now
It's
that
not gonna happen.
you're empty nesters.
I know, but our daughter really wants but she's a senior in college, so when she has her own apartment or house, she can get a dog. And my son is out in California; they can get pets and goldfish, guinea pigs, cats, dogs,
Lizards.
whatever they want, as long as it's safe.
If you had to get a dog, what kind would you get?
I don't like growling, barking. Beware of the dog. I'm not getting a dog.
So
I
growling.
have an alarm. So I don't understand these people that are like, then buy an alarm. If one of the only reasons you're getting a dog is to scare, people and have them not come over.
You don't need like a fucking junkyard dog just if you were to get a dog.
I want a cute little puppy that almost looks like a toy, just a cute
like a little one.
Yeah, a cute little, not so little like you could like punt it out of bounds to the 12-yard line. Sometimes there's like these little teeny dogs,
like a little shit.
and those are the ones that sometimes bark and growl the most.
Yeah,
they have some kind of Napoleon complex. Like I may be little, but like okay, I don't want to mess with you.
Yeah, I've met some mean Chihuahuas can be feisty.
And why do some people, this is gonna not sound great, but like, wouldn't you want like a cute dog? Like there's some people with like weird looking, ugly, and maybe a rescue. If it's a rescue and you're,
would you rescue or would you get a new dog?
I would probably get a new dog, and I'll leave it to people, the more humanitarian people than myself, to like save the planet and save all the dogs that are locked up. And there's a lot of them.
It is.
Good luck trying to save all the animals that are locked in some shelter or someplace until someone comes to pick them up. But I don't want, that's just me. I don't want like a old, disheveled, diseased dog.
You don't want a used one.
No, I don't want some. I got my own problems, and then I got to worry about their health issues, and then so I'm going to spend either every day. I'm either at the doctor's office or I'm taking the dog to the vet. That's not a way to live life.
The vets. You want to talk about scams, Todd?
It is.
They've figured out how to.
And it's expensive. And then you got to make the dog. Sometimes you got to give them medicine, and there's that sounds like a project too. You got to somehow get them to. I don't know if you can grind it up and put it in their dog food.
You can.
But you got to tilt their head back and make them swallow a pill, and I don't know this. I want a cute little puppy that doesn't growl and bark, that people aren't afraid to come over my house because of my dog, or I've got to lock it in another room, or it looks like it's got rabies, or it's just constantly barking and is annoying. And then every time if I'm walking the dog, every time a person passes, they start trying. I hate them, and I have some of them in my neighborhood.
What about Louie, my dog? Do you like Louie?
I do like Louie. Louie seems safe.
He's safe.
And he seems like he's got very high blood pressure.
He definitely does.
I should be wearing some kind of heart monitor.
Yeah, he needs.
But I know that's the type of breed of dog. But he's very labored breath with his tongue out, and it looks like he just ran a marathon when he just kind of walked about 12 steps.
Yeah,
and
it's relatable.
And it looks like he's done enough. That's all I can do till next week. I have to go. I'm gonna take a nap and then wake me up Thursday, and I'll try to walk another 10 steps. So you want to monitor that. He seemed very hot and tired and thirsty, and like his tongue was just gonna fly out of his mouth, and that's all I can do. I walked all the way from the parking lot into the studio.
It's a big
day. I can't. Don't chase me. I don't want to chase anyone. Just put me under a fan or some air conditioning. Do they have dog blood pressure? And is it the same kind of numbers that we have? Like we're supposed to be 120 over 80 or less, the systolic and diastolic. Can you put on a paw on a dog's arm? When you go to the vet,
We'll find out.
But they have hearts. Animals have hearts, so you have to check their.
They do have hearts, Todd. Very good.
So you have to do an EKG or a blood pressure on animal. I've never seen it done.
Do they have dog MRIs? They must. Little ones.
They should have. I would think.
Or do they go in the full size one?
I don't know, but I would think they would get IVs and X-rays and.
But if you leave the collar on, wouldn't they go flying? When it's the magnets suck them up to the top of the.
It's possible, but I think for dogs like Louis or that type of breed, I think it's probably not a bad idea to have them. You know how we.
You think he needs a full body scan?
Instead of an annual physical, maybe like every couple of weeks or every couple of months, they put him on the like a little treadmill, and they put the little EKG stickers on him, and just to put on his paw a little monitor, just to make sure that's he's okay, that everything's fine.
That's nice.
Because I saw him and he was the cutest thing, and I loved him, but I was worried about his health. But again, I'm not around dogs very much, and that breed, I guess they all are like that, right?
Yeah.
And why are they like that? What is that about?
Just probably centuries of inbreeding.
But it looks like, but they're not. But it looks like they're less than healthy, or like that, like they're
That's part of the charm.
is part of the charm.
Yeah.
But I
Scott, have you never got the like
believe
ASPCA commercials, the Sarah McLachlan?
Oh, I've seen
one?
that.
That doesn't trigger.
no,
anything?
it's very sad. But they also show people.
And then it ends, and you're like, fuck those.
But then there's also people that are skin and bones. That's also very sad. That have flies all around them that are in third world countries, and and that's very
So are you going to
sad,
adopt
too.
one of them?
I think I'd be more likely to give money to people that have no clean water and that are very sick, and like you see their whole rib cage than worrying about it. But there are some people that love animals more than humans, and it depends
That's
on
true.
and it depends on who.
Sometimes in movies, it's sadder when like a dog dies.
Yes, but there are people, and that's fine. And it depends on the situation where you may pick an animal over a human being. There are some terrible human beings out there.
There are
really is.
Hitler.
But there are some people that treat their animal like better than like their spouse or their child, and that's when it gets a little weird. Or they're like, they're spending a Friday night or Saturday night, alone with their pet, and like who knows what goes on behind closed doors. But you may want to go back on your what is the phone service to try to find dates? One of those dating services or something.
Tinder.
Call. Remember they used to have phone numbers? They still have that now.
Yeah.
Hi, call 1-800.
Oh yeah,
they used to have commercials for like.
People actually fell for that shit.
I
too.
did too.
I know you did.
I think I dialed it once.
When I said people, I meant
I dialed it once, and I think I got some. My mom got some. My
like
parents
$90
got
for
some
a minute
crazy.
and a
What
half.
did you do? I don't know. I couldn't sleep, and like this blonde with. I didn't say this to my.
She's probably some fucking ogre too. In real
Probably,
life.
but they know what they're doing. They put this really hot chick on a bed or in her lingerie, and like it could just be,
Fuck me, Todd.
just be me and you tonight, 1-900. And I'm like, so if I just dial this number, this is gonna become my girlfriend. That's how stupid I was. So I'm gonna dial this number, and someone that looks this exact woman,
She's gonna
or someone that
show
looks
up.
just like that. It's gonna be. Imagine when I bring
I'm gonna
that.
show up and charge you $140.
Yeah, I've got to call this woman. Wait till I bring her to the prom. How jealous everybody's gonna be.
They're gonna be like, Todd, you brought a whore to prom.
Whatever they want to call her. I'm like, look at this. It's like what was that movie with they created
Pretty Woman.
no Weird Science.
Oh yeah.
That was hot. That was
Todd,
like,
speaking
they created a hot like supermodel that hung out with him and his friend
Are you talking about adopting dogs?
Kelly LeBrock. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
yeah. That's
She was married to that bad Steven Seagal karate.
Oh, you don't like Steven Seagal?
Not a huge fan. Paulie
If
always.
you had a ponytail,
Paulie always jokes about like he's in every movie has like 3-word titles.
yeah,
Except for maybe Under Siege. Was he in that?
that's
But-
two. Yeah.
But almost every other movie, like it's like Against All Odds, whatever it was, it's all 3 words. What were you asking me?
Todd fucking Fritz.
That's right.
Have you given to charity, like a random
definitely.
charity? Not like a GoFundMe.
No, I've given to charity. I've put money.
APAC?
I used to put money in the tzedakah box. You know what a tzedakah box is?
It's at the.
It's like a Jewish, like
synagogue.
yeah, you put money, you put coins in this box, and then once it's full,
And then they
you
use
bring
it to buy real estate.
Maybe you bring it to the synagogue or whatever. But I've donated to a number.
So
of
you throw like a couple shekels in there.
Yeah, I don't. You do with what you can afford. But I've donated money to different.
So
health things.
loose change in the shidduch box is
Yeah,
that's
this
your.
basically the tzedakah box. I tip, even though they make fun of me on the show and they think I'm cheap, which I'm actually not. But
No, you're very. I know you're
I
generous.
play along. I'm a generous tipper, and I bought an old lady's groceries once.
All right, you're gonna have to retire the old lady's groceries one at some
I felt
point.
very proud of
What
it.
about when
She was having a tough time.
trick or treaters come by your house with the UNICEF box? Remember that back in the day?
Yeah, well,
Would
I
you
did.
put stuff
Yeah,
in
I
there?
did. I did. Well, I didn't put.
Paper money or coins?
I put a couple of coins. I didn't put like $10, $20 bills. And does that make me cheap? I don't know. But we were generous with the candy. But we're not stupid enough like some people do, or stupid and/or lazy. They put a little sign
I
like.
think it's lazy.
But like kids seeing chocolate are gonna just take 1 or 2 Kit Kats or peanut butter cups, or whatever, and then just walk away. They're not gonna
I did.
empty the whole bowl.
I would take one.
There's no way. I don't care.
No,
I don't care how
You
affluent
grab
your
like a
neighborhood is.
small handful.
You can't leave. First of all, greet the kids, say hi to the parents that are waving with their flashlights down and across the street in the back, and you say trick or treat. You say, "Oh, what a cute outfit," even if you think it's ridiculous or you don't even know what it is. And then you give them, you each get 2 or 3 candies in each one of them, and that's part of the Halloween experience. Shutting all the lights and pretending you're not home just to hide from the kids because you're antisocial.
Well, that's a little rude. Yeah.
And leaving candy out with a note, please take 1 or 2, so there's enough for the other trick-or-treaters, and expecting kids. I'm not saying all kids will just grab all of it, but for the most
Just the
part,
shitty ones.
yeah, you're gonna take a whole handful if it's something you really like a
Well,
milk.
Todd, so really quick, what was it like trick or treating in Brooklyn when you were a kid?
We were in an apartment building, so you can go to all the floors.
Hit 'em all
You could elevator or take
That
the
kind of
stairs.
sucks, though, doesn't it? Trick or treating in an apartment
Uh,
compared to like having a neighborhood.
Yeah, it'd be better to go into like nice house and be outside unless it's freezing cold or whatever. But if the weather is okay, it'd be nice to be outdoors. But the one thing with indoors is growing up in a 23-story building and each floor has like 20 apartments, which is that's the building I grew up in. If you're willing to put in the time and effort and and put a few hours in, that's a lot of candy. 23 floors. And again, I think it had to be about 18 to 20 apartments in each one of those floors. You're not going to go to everybody, but that's a tremendous haul you can get in an apartment building.
Yeah, it's like a racket.
And if it's really cold outside or snowy or rainy, perfect. You're indoors and all these apartments on all these floors, assuming most of them will answer the door and give you something decent as far as a nice treat.
Well, Todd, we actually have a new segment here.
A new segment?
On the Toddcast.
It's called How Are Your Bowels?
Shit. It's called the shit segment.
Yeah, it's about how much can you talk about going
Well,
to the
actually, we
bathroom?
shouldn't speak too soon. So,
No, we can't. Is that going to be one of the questions about that topic? Oh my God, you're farting. You're farting live on the air here.
Good thing we're not live.
It feels live. I treat it like it's live. It seems
Yeah,
live
I know.
to
You're
me.
a professional.
But then, I don't think they really edit anything much out of this, so that fart's going to stay.
Yeah,
And it's lingering here too as we speak.
as well. It
Shoot,
should.
what if farts were like a visual? Like sometimes you do that, as George Carlin once said, the one.
Like if you had X-ray goggles.
Yeah, like you could see the smoke coming
Yeah.
out of someone's ass when they
I've
fart.
had some where you probably could.
But George Carlin once called it the one cheek sneak. Sometimes you're sitting in a chair or on a
Yeah.
plane, and the vibration, you have to kind of lift yourself
Yeah,
up a
well,
little bit.
that's.
And it's
Like, Todd, you know, if you didn't have butt cheeks, it wouldn't make any sound.
which would be terrible. Although they have the silent but deadly ones.
Yeah.
But the sound of a fart is part of the charm of the fart.
That's really the only.
and
That's
but the best part is the smell that you know is coming any second, and you're waiting for it to waft
like you
over
just
to other people's nostrils.
rolled the grenade
Yes,
through the front door.
because you just know that like at any moment, anyone within a certain vicinity of you.
What the fuck?
And you're trying not to be hysterical laughing because you may not want to take credit for
A
it.
plane is like a kill box.
It's fun to take credit for it if it's people you know. But if you're in
No,
a
strangers, you just point at
if you're at the gym or you're at the airport, if you're in any kind of public
a
place,
funeral.
you're not saying that was me, I farted.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does that. But if you're just hanging out with family and friends, then and
They'll know.
and if they don't know, you want to kind of take credit
Yeah.
for that because I think that's something. Because
Yeah.
like, that was me.
That was me. Got you guys.
Yeah, so.
All right. So
It does smell a little bit in here. Now.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry,
it
Todd.
does. Do we have any spray?
Cost of doing?
Do we have like
business.
Glade or
No, we
Lysol?
got this monkey
What is that
Buddha
gonna
thing.
do? Does it have a thing?
Stare at it.
It looks like it's trying to not pass out from the smell.
He's holding his breath.
Is that the hot dog or the potato chips or what did you eat today?
I'm gonna assume it's a combination platter.
This is gonna. I hope we're wrapping up soon because this is a little rough.
Well, Todd, don't worry. We have our new segment. You distracted us.
It's called Dylan farted and I'm passing out segment. All right, so this is. Let me guess. This is questions from listeners.
You're very good. Very.
Is there a
astute.
visual element to this? People can people watch this?
What the fuck do you think all these are?
I know there's cameras and there's like the animated thing that shows me like eating a bagel or whatever. So there must be.
Yeah, we actually need to work on a new logo. I think. Just
Yeah, I don't look. Not that I'm.
we look
Not
the
that
same.
I'm super handsome, but I don't think I.
It's a cartoon, Todd.
Right, it's like a big bulgy eyes, and I'm sitting there all bald and overweight with a giant bagel. And I know I've complained about onion bagels and how much I like bagels, and that they didn't have tuna, everything onion bagels at the.
Get to the point where it's not accurate.
So how do you watch? I don't know anything about technology.
YouTube.
I know people like they listen to podcasts often in the car or when they're jogging or they're in the gym. So you can't get the visual element that way. You don't have time while you're working out or jogging to be staring at this setup here. So you watch?
Are those
that
the
way?
only places you think you can
I guess
watch
you could watch
something?
it on a laptop or a TV or something.
Yeah, you can.
There's other ways.
Anywhere you can watch YouTube.
But don't people usually not take in? What's the word for consuming this product and other podcasts? It's much more of an audio thing. But we're providing.
It's become both. I'd
Okay.
say the podcast.
And the advantage of providing the visual element is just to see us.
Yeah,
sitting
Todd. We
here
do a radio and TV show for our job.
Right, but
Most people listen to it on radio, but
Yeah.
there's also a lot.
okay,
that
but
watch it.
I guess it's nice that there's a visual element for
Yeah.
those that have the time and patience to like see us.
I think it's, and for social media clips, the whole night, and we have our lovely studio/therapist office.
I know that's what I was going to say. That'd
be a waste for people. To
right.
have.
I was going to. Besides the cameras, should have given it away. That was a stupid question. It's like why would we have this whole setup if it's just
Well,
totally an
it's
audio?
mainly to make you feel more zen.
Yeah.
Like, look, you have a little fake plant there.
Do I seem more relaxed?
You actually do. The neck pillow's working.
It does. It does feel a little better.
Yeah.
But that's true. These chairs were ordered, and all this stuff was created for the to feel like we're in a therapist's office kind of thing. So
You know what we need?
so that was very stupid.
We
for me
need
to
some
say, is this
essential
just
oils.
why did I say that? We do need essential oils, but I can't believe I just asked that question. That was kind of moronic.
We'll strike it
Is
from
this
the
just an
record.
audio thing, or is there a video element? There's literally cameras with lights on.
Yeah, remember we discussed the
Right, the
color
green
bulb
light and the orange light
and the
that
red
says
light,
red, and all this stuff was ordered and bought out of Dan Patrick Productions' money, and lights and everything, all for like no reason, to pretend that we're on pretend that we're on
Yeah,
TV.
it's actually not going out anywhere. It's
There's
just
no
all
visual. These are like Fisher Price fake cameras that the kids play with.
Imagine if they were, Todd.
Like toy journalists, like these could be little toys.
Like your
little kids'
microphone, your little toy microphone. All right, Todd, we're gonna get to some questions here. So we have some fan
That
submitted
toy
questions.
microphone's terrible that someone sent. It was thoughtful, but it doesn't like provide any kind of
It's just like a spring inside.
right. But it doesn't provide any new, extra sound or anything that a microphone is supposed to like be a microphone.
Yeah, you don't want some little shithead kid running around with an actual working.
Yeah, this thing
microphone.
was more like a big rattle.
Yeah,
Right.
that works too.
It was not even like a kazoo. At least with a kazoo, you can like make little noises. This was just like a prop.
Todd,
I thought it was going to work like a microphone, but there's no place for a battery or plug or anything. Okay, go ahead.
I'll show you where to put the microphone.
Mm.
All right, Todd, we have our first question.
Okay.
I did not pick this question.
Okay.
Do you wipe sitting down or standing up? We're back full circle. That's called a callback.
Yeah, we shouldn't spend too much time on this, but yes, standing up.
Okay, if you wipe sitting down, I think you're psychotic. I don't even know how that would work.
I don't know either. And I got my dude wipes. Shout out, dude wipes. I love it, especially the ones that smell like a bomb pop. I still have some of those from the July 4th.
Yeah, but then you're sticking your hand in the toilet bowl. If you're sitting down, and
I don't sit.
I know you don't.
I don't know how
you crazy.
Yeah,
that,
my weight and my spine and different parts of my body that creak wouldn't allow me to even do that. It's hard enough wiping standing up or crouching, but
yeah, it's more of like a squat.
Yeah, but that I don't look forward to that part of it because
That's my favorite.
Yeah, but because I have to lose weight in the stomach. Like I'm going to be 57 soon, and it's hard to do those things. Whether I'm showering or wiping or any of that stuff, getting in certain positions are a lot more difficult. You don't think about those things when you're a kid or a teenager, but then as you get older, it's like I don't like being in this position very long. But I know I can't just pull my pants up and just I have to wipe my ass. But I'd like to. But sometimes you take one of those shits that like takes like 3/4 of a roll of toilet paper. Where I know we're not supposed to be talking about this, but you're like wiping endlessly and you're not making any progress at all.
According to the highly respected news source Vice, sitting down is supposed to be healthier and cleaner, and I think that's bullshit.
I think that the only way that works is you have a bidet, and then you sit and you press whatever button, and then it splashes up in the water.
I told you when I shit in my
I want a bidet
right?
badly. I need a bidet.
I took a shit in my grandpa's bidet when I was a kid.
I don't know if you mentioned that.
Because I thought it was just a second toilet.
What a bidet?
And then I turned the spout on thinking it was like a flusher and just water.
But a bidet, you can pee or shit in a bidet.
No.
Are you serious?
It's just for cleaning your ass. Are you thinking of the attachment that goes on
Maybe.
the toilet?
I was
thinking of like a physical bidet.
I was
like
on,
next to the
whatever
toilet.
you call it. I was always under the impression that there is a toilet that you can pee or shit, and then it does all the work for you if you press a certain button. That's what I thought. I honestly
Is
thought.
that like a Jetson?
I honestly,
thing?
you're telling me a bidet is only for peeing in?
No.
Or no. Oh no, you're saying not to do anything.
No, yeah, don't shit.
So you're saying you have to use two things. So you're saying you do your business in the
and
toilet,
then you go bidet.
and then instead of toilet paper, then you sit in the
Or
bidet.
both, yeah.
Okay, you know what? It's a good thing you mentioned that because I have a doctor friend that lives in the neighborhood, and he's got a bidet.
You were gonna
and
take
that
a
would have been
dump in there?
extremely embarrassing.
You're welcome, Todd. I did that when I was 6.
Wow, you just saved. I'm 50 years, 50 years older than you, and I thought like it just is an all-purpose toilet bowl and cleaning device.
They make attachments that can go on your toilet.
I need that then or something.
Yeah, then you're good.
Yeah, I thought a bidet was like wow, so you could pee or shit, do whatever you need to do in there, and then there's a certain button that wipes everything, cleans everything up with special.
Yeah, the Japanese, I think, have that.
Wow. So a bidet is only after you've used the regular toilet. So where's the room for you must have to have a lot of money to have a toilet and a bidet next to it, like this
It's
next
not
to
like
each
it
other?
takes up
How
that
does-
much room.
No, but most I don't know most bathrooms in houses and apartments unless
And it's very big in like Europe and stuff, in like Latin America.
and
they'll
how does
have
that? Where do they put that in the like
next to the toilet?
So there's just two. There's like two toilets there basically.
It looks like there's two toilets next to each other. It looks like his and hers toilets, except
I
don't
don't-
shit in them.
any house or apartment I've ever lived in, there was barely enough room in that section
Yeah,
for the
Todd, you
toilet.
grew up in New York.
Right, but here's the toilet, and then there's a wall or the shower on one side, and a wall that has the toilet paper on the other side. And I'm like, there's no room to put a second thing next to it. It have to be like almost on the other side of the bathroom, like in
I
front of the
bet you
sink
could
or
fit
something.
one in your bathroom.
I don't know.
In the master.
I need to see that. Maybe in Europe they configure the bathrooms differently, but in my apartments growing up
They're
in the
crazy
house
over
I've
there.
lived in, I'm like, I don't even know. The bidet would have to go in the hall, which would be very embarrassing. I'd have to put it outside the
That'd be
bathroom
kinda fun.
as people walked by.
Yeah.
Hi, Aunt Marie. It's
Hey,
like,
just cleaning my
yeah,
ass.
I'm in the bidet because the bidet definitely doesn't fit in the bathroom.
All right, Todd, next question. What's your take on people who order for the whole table when you're at dinner? Like if you're with a group and someone's like, I got it.
Oh, like a family style thing, or
Well,
well, it doesn't
or-
even matter. No, that they just
like
they,
they're like,
they order like a
I'm
little
gonna
everything.
pick everything and like,
no, I don't like that. I think it has to be a discussion. People could be allergic to something, or I don't want mushrooms, or I don't want anchovies on my pizza. I don't think that's cool. I also don't think it's cool when guys think it's macho to order for their girlfriend or their wife. It's not 1950 anymore, where like, my wife will never work. I'm gonna be the sole breadwinner, or I'm gonna order for you whether you like this food or not because I'm the man. I don't know what that's all about. No, I don't want. So if someone wants to be the center of attention and they're funny, and there's always someone that kind of like, I've done that before, where you want to make everybody laugh and you kind of sit at the head of the table. But when it comes to order, that's why there's menus. That's why they give everyone a menu. If someone's
Fuck yeah, that's
if
right,
someone's
Todd.
in charge, like then just give Frank the menu because he thinks he knows what we
can
all want to
Can I
eat.
give you a hypothetical?
Yeah.
What if it's someone who like you trust a lot with their food opinions and they're like, this is my favorite restaurant. I've come here all the time. Here's what we should
Okay,
get.
I would say before we get to the
You'd
restaurant.
say go fuck yourself.
No, I would say either before the waiter comes by or before we even get to the restaurant. Let's have a little chat about like
Okay.
what's on the.
I like
why are
that.
we going
I
to this
agree.
restaurant? What do they have? And then before you officially order, maybe
your
maybe the
2
first,
cents.
third, fifth, and sixth thing you said I do like, but I don't like the second and fourth thing. But if most of the people at the table want it, order it. I just
You'll
won't eat
allow it, yeah.
But I don't need someone taking charge and ordering because there may be something that he didn't order that I wanted the chicken parm and you left that out. Or like, why would you get the mushroom barley shit calamari soup? I don't want fried lizard legs or whatever like that. I don't do that. So you ordered that thinking.
What if
well,
you end up loving them?
I'm willing to try new things to a point, not weird animal things that like I don't think should be some animals that you shouldn't be eating. But I don't need anybody.
Would you
like-
eat dog?
I would not. Although I eat hot dogs, but I know that's not dog. But you might as well.
What about
be-
fried
some of
frog
the things
legs?
that
Todd?
are-
Have you had those?
I have not.
They're good. They're good.
I took my wife out, but she was my girlfriend at the time, to New Orleans,
Nice.
and I took her out to this fancy. It was what
Commander's Palace.
I can't,
Emeralds.
It was like an Emeralds. I can't remember what the name was, but we sat down.
Waffle House.
Neither one of it was just a fancy, so fancy that I was supposed to be in a suit or a sport jacket. They had to bring like a
Oh, you had
sport
to borrow
jacket.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that didn't fit me at all. It didn't close, and the arms were too long. It was really embarrassing. And they said I don't have to wear it all night, but to walk from like the front to the seat, I had to. You can't walk through the restaurant without being in
Yeah.
a sport jacket. But all the things were like weird stuff, like ostrich eggs and like I don't know whatever it was. There was nothing on. And my wife is far more conservative with she doesn't try new things. She likes Pop-Tarts and Apple Jacks and chicken. So but I'm a little more willing to try new things. But this was like really weird. The only thing that looked normal on this whole menu, and the person that recommended to Jim Mora Sr., the former Saints coach, he was a guest on a show. I had booked him, and I said I'm trying to impress this young lady who's in town for Super Bowl week with me, and he gave me a list of fancy restaurants. So I spent all this money. I booked the three nicest restaurants that he mentioned. So this place was this. I wasn't expecting like the support jacket thing, and then the only thing that looked normal was something called sweetbreads.
That's pancreas.
Sweetbreads, according to what I mean, I could be wrong. I think that could be deer brains or something
It's
like
it's pancreas.
that. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought.
It's a classic French technique of calling it something not gross.
Okay, I don't know why I thought it was some kind of brains of an animal, but that was the only thing in the menu. And so I thought they were going to bring us like a basket of like muffins and pastries. It said sweetbreads. And then the waiter had to like, we're looking at each other, my wife and I guess basically, I guess we're going to Burger King or Pizza Hut because there's nothing on this menu that even looks remotely appetizing or something we would even try.
I bet Todd. I bet you looked appetizing.
Maybe. I hope so. We fooled around a little bit afterward. That's neither here nor there. But the moral of the story is, I got a little too fancy, and it was the only thing on there was sweetbreads, which I thought, okay, I guess we're just gonna have.
It sounds like nothing like what it is.
No,
they actually are good, but it is.
But I actually said to her, I guess. Well, at least there's this on the menu. I guess I know. I didn't want to take you here just for us to eat like bread and muffins. And
So let's get some
I
sweetbread.
thought they were going to bring us a basket of like little, cute pastries, sweetbreads. I'm like, I guess we could eat that, but that's it's not great. We'll still probably be hungry, and we'll still have to maybe stop by and get.
Did you try the sweetbreads?
No, we didn't. We had.
You didn't
I think
even
we
get
left.
there. Yeah.
Because I was trying. It didn't really explain what it was on the menu, so I had to ask. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're not eating here.
Well, Todd, we have one more food-related question. We'll probably go out on this one. Are you good? You feel therapized?
I do. I think I have to go. I'm not supposed to talk about those things.
You got to take a dump. All right.
Thank
You can.
you inspired me with all this talk.
Okay, you have to pick Jersey Mike's or Chinese takeout, but the other one you can never have.
Oh my God! Who asked this one?
Some diabolical motherfuckers.
I really like Jersey Mike's, but I really, really like Jersey Mike's, but I love Chinese food, which I haven't had in a while. Now I'm in the mood for it. I'm going to want to get some on my way home or in the next few days. But with Jersey, deli. So Jersey, but I could have I could go to other places to get. You're not saying.
What if you could never have a sandwich again?
So I can never have like turkey, roast beef, corned beef,
No.
like any like below. I can't have like deli sandwiches
No.
anymore. Wow. That might be a little different. But I still may pick Chinese food because when I fantasize about Chinese food, and that's a problem that
it's a more erotic.
It's a problem that I fantasize about Chinese food and I have no portion control. But like egg rolls and wonton egg drop soup and lo mein and chicken and broccoli and house fried rice and spare ribs and I can go on and on. I really love all those things.
Yeah.
And I love those more than like a
Being a
turkey
New York
club.
boy, it's tough because deli sandwiches are big, but Chinese food's also big.
That's a very, very difficult question. Like, but
What's bigger to the Jewish people, like a deli or Chinese food? Because they're both pretty.
I'm going to lean
significant.
towards deli, except for Christmas time when everything's closed, and then everyone runs to the Chinese food place. But that's tough. But like, if I gave up the deli, I still have potato knishes, and I think I still have hot dogs because I'm not like.
I'll
I
allow
lose
hot
that.
dog. Yeah, no, you can. Have
Bagels and cream cheese and lox, and tuna fish is not really like in the.
no tuna. Sorry,
Why would tuna be part of the deli?
I said so.
But I thought deli is like more
What
like.
do you get at Jersey Mike's?
So, I like their tuna,
Yeah,
but
they're
I'll
good.
get like a turkey sandwich or But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with. I'll keep the Chinese food, and this somehow have to deal with not having deli. Although you threw me a curveball saying that I can't. That you're putting tuna in with deli. That's an interesting debate. If you could wink at the tuna, then I might go with that.
No winking, Todd. All right, we actually have one more question.
A
Todd.
fourth question.
Yes.
Bonus question.
This is from a middle school football coach. And
Really?
the question is just their team sucks. What's your advice?
I told you I've been very into manifesting and visualizing. There was a story I just saw on the nightly news because Tom Yamas, I really like watching the
You
nightly
do
news.
love Tom
And he
Yamas.
does a lot more sports than they used to do with Lester Holt. He always works in. There's good news tonight at the end, and there's always a lot of times it's a sports story or someone coming back from a health crisis. But I would say try to visualize and manifest winning and that you've already won and picture yourself celebrating and pouring things, Gatorade over each other's head and stuff like that. And just be optimistic and positive and learn from every loss because then eventually you will win. And how great is that going to feel? Like that story I was alluding to, a high school team had lost like 100 plus games
Yeah.
and they finally won and they were losing like 14-0. And I think they thought they were going to lose yet again. And they think they won like 42-14 and they came all the way back and blew out the other team. So I would say that. I would say
I
just,
think
smile, be grateful that you're healthy enough to play sports and you're making friends. And as nice as it is to win, hopefully that'll come eventually, but keep working hard and learn from the losses and just think about how great it's going to be when eventually we do win. And just picture yourself winning and succeeding and doing well, manifesting and visualizing, those things happening, and that they're more likely to happen if you allow yourself to picture yourself doing that.
I think the answer I was looking for was run the triple option.
I got a little more deep than that.
That's nice, though.
But
yeah.
I am. I'm
It's
all.
not all about winning.
No, I'm all about the. It's not a religion, but it almost is to me especially because I get all these things on my.
You're like this guy, the
yeah.
Buddhist monk.
But I get all those
Monkey.
things on my phone, and I keep forgetting what that word is. Why do I keep forgetting that word when it keeps sending you the same shit that like you watched one thing, it becomes part of your.
Algorithm.
Yeah. Why do I keep forgetting that word? I don't know what's going on with me. But yeah, I have this algorithm, and a lot of that, other than like pictures of like hot chicks, the algorithm of manifesting and visualizing and living life a certain way. Not, you can control your thoughts and behavior. Don't let people poke you or upset you or aggravate you because they're probably jealous and they've got their own insecurities, and feel bad for them if they're not nice to you, that they have these unfortunately horrible qualities, and that people probably aren't don't like them very much, and they probably have a hard time making friends, and who knows what they're saying behind their back. And that's not you don't want to have those. You want to have good qualities. You want to be a good person that people like to be around, and you can make them laugh and they feel safe and secure and comfortable, and they look forward to seeing you, and they feel bad when you walk away, and they can't wait till the next time you'll hang out with them. And I just think that's important, to be a really good person. And I don't know if that's not really what your question was, but now that I'm rambling, but I think that's important. You want your name associated with positive things at work and with your family and friends, and you should go about your business saying, what can I do today? And always be sensitive to the other person's feelings before you give anybody a look or say anything. Just be aware. Treat every person like they're the most sensitive person in the world, I guess is what I'm saying. Because I'm pretty sensitive. It's like, before I say this, should I say this at all? If I feel like I need to say what I'm about to say, is there a way I can cushion it so it doesn't look like I'm being mean or a jerk, and that I can get the message across without hurting somebody's feelings? And you take that extra second to do that, and I think you'll be a good person, and you will have blessings, and good karma and wonderful things will come your way. And I'll leave it at that.